Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Jules, here for WhatCulture.com, and I'm joined today by Sean. Now, Sean is a man who represents this lovely board game we've got in front of us here, Oracle's Civil War. Now, if you're wondering to yourself, Jules, what are you doing taking time out of your busy day of like deconstructing avocados from your hipster fridge? Well, I love board games. I love killing mice and rolling dice. And Sean here has got this game, and we're going to walk through today and have a little bit of a play test. So Sean, tell me more about this game. Like, how long have you spent developing it?
We have been working on this game. I personally have been developing it for about 3 years.
Right.
3 years ago, I was helping a few other friends on a different augmented reality project. At that time, I realized that would be really fantastic if we could incorporate augmented reality into board games.
One of the really interesting things about this game that struck me straight off is the fact that it is augmented reality meets in a board game. Now, this is the thing, I'm very much of a tabletop fanatic. I play Warhammer quite an unhealthy amount. So to hear that there is a possibility that I will now be seeing battles unfold in front of my eyes and special things with my phone, I'm kind of blown away. How did you develop or come across the technology to make that sort of happen in this?
Yeah, so a very interesting part about board games, miniature games, the ones that is about battles, is really the imagination of the players when two characters reach and they're in a battle condition. It's imagining, okay, now this is how they're reacting, they're raising, their axe. With augmented reality, we can really bring that into life. There are some augmented reality games out there, but you don't have any game that is sort of hybrid game where you could either play a mixture of physical miniatures with augmented reality creatures, so you literally can put your physical hand into a character, move it, and then it will reach a virtual character where it's not, setting fires and really making actions.
That's really
cool.
I
think that will bring the board games to a whole new level for people that would like to have a more immersive experience.
I mean, you're seeing it, the trend sort of appearing in video games as well. There's a lot of sort of VR technology that's going on there, and a lot of things like the Switch is doing a lot of things with motion controls. It's always been a part of getting more physicality out of sort of reacting and getting more tangibility in it. So I'm really excited to see how this plays, but I can't really expect to play a game if I don't know what's going on, because I see taverns, I see dragons, I see what looks to be a very nice half-man, half-horse centaur figure over there. So tell me, where are we and what is the point, like what's the battle focus of this game?
So the story of Oracle's game is a story of a civilization called Partan, and two clans in it on each side. And the dark forces, that the representation of those dark forces are the dragon as well as Immortus.
Oh yes,
the two
very
characters.
friendly looking chap over
here.
Yeah.
There we go. And opposite to that, we have the good fellows, the superpowers Augustus and his dragon Stormcaller. And that they are here to causing these two clans going to war. And the objective is that we have the heroes that all sit on the side of the map. They have to move towards the enemy's tavern. That can be placed on your side anywhere as long as it is touching any green square. So the characters will have special abilities that would make their movement special, or that would make their strength, or that would make how much life they have, as well as it will have some abilities in battle. So their objective is to move to get the enemy's tavern, but along the way, you could decide to reach out for support of the superpowers as a sort of a sub-journey. You could also go towards chest to open chest. The chest will give you special abilities that will help you towards your journey, towards your final goal to occupy the tavern. So really, the summary is that you have two clans going into war. The objective is to use your heroes, move towards the tavern, and along the way through opening chests and battles, you can get
powering them up along the way. I mean, it looks like a combination of Dungeons and Dragons meets sort of like classic tabletop strategy, and now we've got the AR stuff added into it. So we're going to now see how this gets implemented into the actual main game.
Yes, exactly. And we'll talk about how augmented reality in the actual map concept will work out.
So now every single character has got a movement, an attack, and a health characteristic on their card. And that determines obviously how far they can move, how much damage they can take, and how much damage they can do.
Just to show the audience, so we'll have the star that shows how strong they are. So they start with a smaller number, and then they can max out as they open chests and go through battle. And then they have lives that will show them, how healthy they are at the beginning of the game, how high they could go. And finally, we have a number that shows how many movements they can have at the beginning. Behind each card, we would have the explanation of the rules for that character.
Because every single character has special abilities and different uses on the battlefield.
Exactly. And let's say if I'm the beginner and I would like to have the rules right in front of my eyes so I can follow it. So we use trackers that comes with the game, which are here. And as you put them in to track your health,
Cool,
so
you can slide them up and down.
Yes, and you can see them on both sides. So whether you're an experienced player and you want it this side so you can see the character,
or if you want to learn,
or you would like to learn and have it so the trackers on both sides will show you.
Now I can't stress how important it is that you've actually put trackers in the box that actually fit on your cards, because I'm a huge. Because I used to play Betrayal at the House on Haunted Hill, and the amount of times that the trackers would fall off would be infuriating. It would be a war amongst the players to actually get the ones that fit rather than anything else. So good, that's always a good start. So you guys got your good team here, and what we're going to do now is use some of the AR to show the audience what they could be seeing as well as that.
Yes, absolutely. So the AR seems to be the part that brings most of the attention to the game. And the way it plays out, so in the same app, the game can be played completely conventional without any AR feature.
Okay.
And that's a positive to us, is a very positive aspect of the game. So if somebody is not into technology, they just want board game because it doesn't have any technology and they could really play it, they could absolutely do it. It is as exciting as as it is maybe with the AR. But if somebody wants more immersive experience, so they could really use it as a sort of a mixed reality. So they could completely eliminate all the chests in the game, and instead of the actual physical chest, we'll have AR chest in the game. Which I will show you here. So that's basically what you will see when you put it in.
Okay.
So you will start seeing, chests, creatures that will pop up in the game. So in the AR feature, you basically just open up a chest here, and then it will tell you the instructions.
Well, that's just lovely. That was that was very pleasant. I feel like we could all do a bit more.
That will give you the instruction exactly. Or let's say let's open this. So if one of the characters reaches to attack another characters, or comes from the other side, or this creature. This is also the AR creature, so we're going to actually make it
Are these
activate.
all randomly generated as well? Like
yes, that's exactly, and that's another thing that is important, is that we are giving players the ability to play this game in different levels. So if let's say I have two kids, 8 and 10, Maya and Hannah, and when I want to play with them, I could set it up on an easy setup. So it is really easy. Every chest you open up has something beautiful, nice, and really exciting. Or you could play it in a more more complicated way, where you set up the game in a hard. So things will be really different, and that's another special ability that the AR can bring to the tabletop games. Besides more immersive experience, it really helps you to adjust the level of the game as well. So let's look at this one. So this is right now, this is a physical character. This is a AR character, and let's just have them. Let's have them attack. So as you see, so the experience you see, imagine you have your VR glass on. And it is a mixture of AR and VR. So you don't see, everything is not virtual. So you'll have physical elements, and those physical elements can interact and trigger the AR. So let's look at this other character. Let's look at our centaur.
Sure. Oh, he's not happy.
So that's how they would attack or look at the. And in addition to that, we have, as I told you, we have some elements in the game, like the tower, the House of Light.
The superpowers.
Yeah, this is actually their
wow, you can see it
in AR with a good amount of detail.
Damn, man, that's gonna
Or here.
The architectural design on that's gonna cost a pretty penny.
So this is actually the House of Light, and this is let's look at this dragon too as an example. So this is really the idea. So the idea is that the AR would make it much more immersive, and it is a hybrid, so you don't have to, you could use a mix. Like we could have this, So there is a mode what we call Oracles mode. So only the Oracles will see these as special creatures. So the rest of the team, which we suggest typically this game would play the best, anywhere between 2 to 6 players.
Yep.
I could also accommodate an odd number of players.
All right.
So if there are, let's say, 5 people would like to play, you know, they could easily do that as well, which is another advantage. Some games don't really let you play if you have an odd number.
Yeah, yeah.
And you could do a mix. So the way it works is that each team will have a leader. The leader will have the phones, and they would see these special, you know, AR chests and abilities.
They would be able to be like, okay, these are, watch out, guys, don't go here.
Watch out, you have 2 left, you have a dragon, or you know, come back for 2, there is a chest. I don't know, is it good or not, but let's give it a shot. I think now we need a chest. The team needs, you know, something special. So you really can play it in so many different modes, and we look forward for the fans to tell us and for players to tell us what mode works best.
What I really like about this in terms of the actual design of how you've laid out the teams is that every single person feels like they've got a specific use. So many games that you get, like I was saying with Warhammer and stuff, that you just have grunts, and the grunts are just like, they slog their way up and they just jam up the works for the enemy team. But here it's like, say if I lost Quan the Jumper, I'd be screwed because then I couldn't get over the river quickly if my other guys were being attacked. It's stuff like that where I can see this as being every single person is important, and I like games that make you feel the worth of your team. One
of the good things about the game is we have a lot of dice.
Yes.
So if you're a fan of dice in a game, this is the game for you. So I got 4 extra dice from the last one, so I have literally 11. How many you have?
I got 13 dice.
Oh my goodness!
So
what
maybe,
happened? Yeah,
maybe I could pull it back. Here
well,
we go.
Technically you should. Let's see.
Oh no! Oh
well,
no!
you have a lot of 6.
Okay, so
there.
2 sexes that cancel out your 2 there.
6.
Got any 5s?
I have any 5? Well, I'll give you a 5 here.
Okay, I've got 1 there. I've got another 5.
I'll give you another 5. No, it's not good
Oh,
for me.
I got another
it's not
5.
Good for me. It's not good for me. So another 5.
Any 4s?
Oh yeah, I mean the result is
there we go. Yes,
so I lost again. There you go.
So then they get even stronger, and now it's tied up. So yeah, again, like you say, numbers are useful, but if you are lucky and have enough dice on your side, then yes, you can get there. So there we have it. We have gone through a few of the battle rounds and all of the different characteristics that make this game very, very special. But like I said before, if you want to get your hands on a copy of this, then you're going to have to go to Kickstarter, because there's different rewards and different tiers that you're going to bring it to Kickstarter in the new year, correct?
Yes.
In February, is that correct?
Yes. Well, we have the concept as you see set up. We have the rule game, so we have about 90% of our physical game ready. We also have about 50% of our mobile application ready, and that's why we need help.
Fair enough.
And the plan is to go to Kickstarter. And our plan is to go there on February 26th of 2019. And upon being successful, we would be able to really complete a game.
I mean, from what you've shown me, it's an already very, very accomplished game. It seems that you've worked out the mechanics, the way the sort of chain battle system works, all of the different sort of ways to buff your team, and it feels immediately like anyone with an interest in tabletop strategy games would get a lot out of this, as well as the fantasy element, which is just lovely. I love the character designs that you've got on these as well. They hark back to the sort of like J.R.R. Tolkien sort of style of very fancy epic stuff, and I really like that. Plus, I just like rolling dice as well, to be honest. So it's one of those things where, like, if you feel that you are in the mood for getting back into the sort of like greatness of tabletop gaming, plus an added AR benefit as well, and a secondary game where the cards battle each other, there's a lot of content in the box that you get there, a lot of bang for your buck. So yeah, be sure to go to Kickstarter in February and check it out, or go to the main website and pre-register your interest.
Yes, and the website is oraclesgame.com.
But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming in and taking the time out to show me the game.
It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
And the thing is, I know we've just done this. I want to play it again now, which is... yeah. As always, I've been Jules. You have been awesome. Swing by WhatCulture.com for more board game review coverage. And as always, I'll speak to you soon. Bye.